like he got a fur coat on. I got 35 push-ups. I want to hear it.
One, sir. Ma'am, no, ma'am.
Empower County.
Man, one man.
Yes, ma'am.
No excuse is an excuse. Have you been sleeping with the German Shepherd? Sir, you from homecoming? Sir, no, sir. How do you have the wrong tie?
Why would you come here with a silk tie?
And doing the bare minimum.
Hey, Rondo, this is yours. You just left it on the floor because you're lazy and you didn't want to pay attention to detail.
Help her out and teach her how to address tax gap.
Ma'am, no, ma'am.
Teamwork. Teamwork.
You knew it wasn't right, then why would you just keep doing it?
You look like you live in a fantasy world there.
You, put your hands down.
Sorry, bro. They were done too tight. I was going to say something.
Bump into me again.
amazing celebration, oh God. Thank the family, the staff, all those who poured into these individuals. I pray that you keep them covered and all of those great things. May you show yourself mighty in this service. We thank you and love you in Jesus' name. Amen.
Thank you. Thank you, Pastor Riley. Please remain standing as we honor our nation's flag. Sergeant Roosevelt Dutra, present the colors. Please place your right hand over your heart and join me in reciting the Pledge of Allegiance. Ready? Begin. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Please be seated. Our Basic Academy program is hosted by the San Bernardino County Sheriff's Department and the San Bernardino Valley College. However, there are a number of special guests here tonight who support us in what we do, and I would like to recognize them now. Representing the San Bernardino County Board of Supervisors, 5th District, Joe Baca Jr. Representing the San Bernardino County Superior Court, Presiding Judge Glenn Yabuno. Assistant Presiding Judge Lisa Rogan. Representing the San Bernardino County District Attorney's Office, District Attorney Jason Anderson. Representing the Baldwin Park Police Department, Chief Robert Lopez. Representing the Beaumont Police Department, Chief Sean Talese. Representing the California Department of Insurance, Deputy Commissioner George Mueller. Representing the California State University, San Bernardino, Interim Chief John Gutierrez. Representing the Claremont Police Department, Chief Aaron Fate. Representing the Corona Police Department, Chief Robert Newman. Representing the Monrovia Police Department, Captain Heath Harvey. Representing the Ridgecrest Police Department, Captain Justin Dampier. Representing the Riverside Police Department, Chief Larry Gonzalez. Representing the San Bernardino Police Department, Chief Darren Goodman. Representing the Upland Police Department, Chief Marcelo Blanco. Representing San Bernardino Valley College, Academy Co-Director, Paul Dennis. Representing the San Bernardino Valley College, Dean of Social Sciences, Physical Education, and Criminal Justice Division, Dr. Wallace Johnson. Representing the California Commission on Peace Officer Standard and Training, the Regional Manager for our Academy, Senior Consultant Matthew Odine. Representing Sheriff's Council, Council Member Mike Rademacher. We would like to ask the members of the San Bernardino County Grand Jury to stand and be recognized. Representing the Office of the Sheriff of San Bernardino County, Shannon Dykes. Under Sheriff Horace Boatwright. Assistant Sheriff Sam Fisk. And the Sheriff's executive staff. Lastly, I would like to introduce the Academy tactical staff, who are directly involved in the daily activities of Class 230. From the San Bernardino Police Department, Guest Tactical Officer, Officer Bobby Hines. From the Fontana Police Department, Guest Tactical Officer, Officer Dustin Hodgins. From the West Covina Police Department, Guest Tactical Officer, Officer Anthony Flores. Deputy Kevin Pope. Deputy Ariel Curtis. Deputy Elizabeth Gonzalez. Deputy Jeremy Spinney. Deputy David McDermott. Deputy Alicia Hoffman. And Corporal Walt Peraza. I would also like to thank West Covina, San Bernardino, and Fontana Police Departments for providing us with guest tactical officers. Like I mentioned, it was 6 months ago, Class 230 lined up in formation at the training center, having little to no idea of what challenges they were going to face over the next 24 weeks. But what we do know is they all had the same goal in mind, to begin a career in law enforcement. Throughout their academy experience, they learned that law enforcement is more than just enforcing laws. It is always doing the right thing for the right reasons when no one is looking. It is being involved with our communities, protecting and serving people, treating others with respect. It is being there to comfort those in their greatest time of need. Tonight, we celebrate the success of 72 graduates who successfully achieved their class motto, protect all, fear none. And now here to tell you more about the Basic Academy and what the graduating class had to accomplish to get here, the director of the Academy, Lieutenant Matthew Collins.
Thank you, Captain. Good evening. The primary mission of Basic Academy training is to prepare students mentally, morally, and physically to advance into a field training program, assume the responsibilities, and execute the duties of a peace officer in society. Since 1973, the Frank Bland Regional Training Center has produced thousands of the best trained law enforcement officers in the state of California. In this graduating class, there are officers and deputies from 11 different law enforcement agencies. Over the past 6 months, they received training on 41 different learning domains from nearly 100 different experts and evaluators. In the classroom, they covered topics such as patrol tactics, gangs, investigations, evidence, criminal law, ethics, leadership, cultural awareness, and community policing. They had to apply the information they learned in the classroom to practical scenarios. These scenarios simulate real-life situations and problems they will have to handle and solve as law enforcement officers. Aside from the academic portion, the Basic Academy program consists of 2 additional components: skills and physical training. The skills component requires them to be proficient in defensive tactics, firearms, and emergency vehicle operations. The physical training component requires the trainees to successfully complete a rigorous and diverse physical fitness program designed to increase their strength, endurance, speed, and agility. The goal of our program is to instill the idea of lifetime fitness into each trainee. In addition to the obvious physical benefits, the Lifetime Fitness program also reinforces the values of teamwork, perseverance, overcoming adversity, and the mindset of never, ever giving up. Our Basic Academy program is run by an elite group of tactical officers that possess the talent and commitment to train the future of law enforcement. They are mentors for the trainees and administer our Academy's structured discipline program. Beginning on day 1, the trainees learn there are no excuses, and each of them are responsible and accountable for the class's successes and failures. It is this added stress which helps them develop into professional law enforcement officers who can handle the pressure and demands of this chosen career. The tactical officers demand excellence in everything the trainees do. They hold them accountable to our Academy's motto: look, act, and be professional. So after completing the skills component, the physical training component, comprehensive exams covering 18 different learning domains, a first aid and CPR exam, and a report writing exam, I am proud to say the graduates of Class 230 have met all academic requirements. Great job and congratulations. At this time, I would like to turn the podium over to Paul Dennis, the co-director from San Bernardino Valley College, to give us a more detailed understanding of the Academy's academic program.
Thank you, Lieutenant, and good evening. On behalf of the San Bernardino Community College District Board of Trustees, Chancellor Diana Rodriguez, and San Bernardino Valley College Interim President Dr. Linda Fontanilla, I extend my congratulations to the graduates of Class 230 and to the families that are here celebrating this occasion with them this evening. To the men and women of this graduating class, I commend you for your perseverance, your determination, and your commitment. I know all too well that the journey was not simple, but you made it, and for that we applaud you. The partnership between San Bernardino Valley College and San Bernardino County Sheriff's Department has existed for over 50 years. This long-standing partnership does so much to serve our community by providing outstanding educational pathways for so many law enforcement professionals throughout the region. All of tonight's graduates have successfully completed 24 weeks of intensive training and have received 36.5 community college units, 12 of which are transferable to the California State University system and can be applied towards a 4-year degree. Despite the demands of your chosen profession, I encourage all of you to continue your college education and commit to being lifelong learners. To succeed professionally, higher education often provides the edge that will allow you to keep pace with the ever-changing competitive environment that we live in. It's been my personal professional experience that when applying for promotions or specialized assignments, higher education assists opening doors that would be very difficult to open otherwise. Each of you should be extremely proud of your successful completion of this outstanding academy. I assure you, everyone here this evening is very proud of what you've done to get to this point. Stay true to the lessons learned, and all the best to each and every one of you as you embark on your law enforcement career. May God bless each and every one of you, and I ask one favor of you: in everything you do, please stay safe. It's now my pleasure to introduce to you a video presentation so that you can take a look at the last 24 weeks of training that Class 230 has endured. So please draw your attention to the screen.
Roll me, roll me, roll me, ready. Roll me, roll me, roll me, ready.
Either we heal as a team, or we're gonna crumble. Inch by inch, play by play, till we're finished. Or we can fight our way back into the light.
And I'm talking to myself at night.
I take great pride in introducing you to a 31-year veteran of law enforcement and a proud graduate of the 106th session of our basic academy, the sheriff of our great county, Shannon Dykes.
Thank you, Randy. Hey folks, I'd like to take a minute to speak to you. Your loved ones on stage tonight, not everybody can take these seats. And I want to give you applause for just a moment for your influence on these folks and the way they live their life so that they're able to enter into this adventure. And while they make this commitment to all of us to protect us while we're at sleep, take care of our property, and take care of our friends and loved ones, I want to make a commitment to you. You're entrusting them to the chiefs of police and myself that are all represented for our departments here tonight. And please know that we know when to stand behind them, and we sure as hell know when to stand in front of them. God bless all of you, and thank you for being you. Pastor, I'm sorry I used the H word in church. It's just an emphasis, it's an exclamation mark. Folks, I'm very honored to introduce our keynote speaker tonight. He was born and raised in San Bernardino County. He's a firm believer in hard work and earned his first job pressure washing trucks for a local logistics company at only 16 years old. He eventually completed an apprenticeship program to become a licensed mechanic. After graduating from A.B. Miller High School in Fontana, he started a small business. He currently serves on the board of directors for the Inland Valley Association of Realtors and is the past president. After starting his family, he became more involved in the community. He served in the board of directors for the Fontana Rotary and Fontana Exchange Clubs. He is also a Fontana Chamber of Commerce and the Water of Life Church member. Our speaker served as the director for Chaffey College Foundation, helping to raise money so disadvantaged youth could afford to earn their college degree. His endowment at Chaffey College is fully funded and has helped local students attend college. Wanting to get involved in local government, he earned an appointment at the Fontana Planning Commission, where he helped shape and develop one of the largest and fastest growing cities in the Inland Empire. As a Fontana School Board member, he stood with the local educational and community leaders to ensure vital school programs remained in place and were expanded. As a Fontana City Council member, he was the chair of the Inland Empire Utilities Agency and Policy Committee. He represented Fontana on policy issues about utilities, wastewater, recycling programs, and was the vice chair of the city's Housing Authority and Industrial Development Authority. Being a successful small business owner, our speaker earned the reputation for helping attract businesses and jobs to the city and working to strengthen public safety throughout the community. He has 4 children and lives in Fontana with his wife, Delene. He was elected to the San Bernardino County Board of Supervisors in November 2022 and is our 2nd District Supervisor. Please welcome Supervisor Jesse Armendariz.
Good evening, everyone. Are we having a good time tonight? We have a lot to celebrate. This is the end of a chapter for some of you, and the beginning of that chapter now. Sheriff Dykes, I want to thank you and all the chiefs here for your guys' commitment to these communities and to the people we serve. Most of all, I want to thank all you graduates for your hard work, your dedication, your commitment to service, your wants and desires to protect the members of the County of San Bernardino, to serve our community and the members that are most vulnerable during those times of crisis when there is no one else there. When a store owner says someone's breaking into my building, or a lady down the street had her purse stolen, we are asking you to stay calm and collective and to move forward in that fashion and continue to protect our communities. We are also asking you to come up to a child and play with them when they want to play basketball or when they want to share an idea or a thought. I know this was not an easy trek for all of you. I know there was long hours of studying, physical agility, wait times just for the opportunity to serve your communities with passion. We know that that does not come easy for everyone, but your wants and your desires to want to make a change in our community is why you are here today. Your work ethic is why you're here today. Your compassion for your community is why you are here today. Because of all these things, this is who you are. And throughout the selection process, that is why you were chosen. Because of all those assets that you possess. Your ability to know when to be caring and kind. Your ability to show restraint. Your ability to show eagerness. Your ability to want to protect. These are things that do not go lightly in my eyes. We will ask a lot of you. We'll ask you to root out criminal behavior and seek out those who want to take advantage of our most vulnerable residents. We will ask for you to put yourself between criminals and innocent civilians who need your protection. We will ask you to deal with our mentally ill and become a mental health expert, to provide first aid to those in need. Over and over again, we will ask for these things that you've been trained to do and prepared to do. But we will also ask you to do things that in your wildest dreams you never thought you would have to do. It's not going to be easy. It's going to take every bit of your mind and your heart to move forward on those days. Some of these days will be the most amazing days of your life. And some of these days will be the greatest days of your life. Because for those moments, you will be a teacher to someone. When I was younger, I was part of an organization called Kids Against Crime. My mom put me in that program because she thought I was struggling. In that program, I met an officer, and I'll never forget his name. His name was Officer Tom. Through that experience, we talked about police and how I made him very aware of my opinion of what a police officer was and how I felt they treated me and the people in my community. He told me if I wanted to see a difference, I had to be that difference. You have to be that change. He said, you need to become a police officer so you can put yourself in my shoes and you can see why I am the way I am. Now I stand before you today not as a police officer, but I stand before you today as a person who can make a change and a difference, and I strive every day to make that difference. We need to remember that we are not perfect, that we all fall short of the glory of God. Give yourself grace on those days that are good and those days that are bad. Whether you make a mistake or you do something that you just cannot believe you just accomplished. We're all human. Just strive to be the best you can be every single day, and I promise you, you will not go wrong. To the families, we are here to celebrate the men and women who have worked hard for this day. The physical agility, the pressures that we could never understand. They have taken the time and they have made the cut. And I want to take a moment to say thank you to these families, the friends, the loved ones, who have supported you on this journey. During the past couple of months, you've experienced long days and long nights. And now as you move forward, you will continue to experience even longer days and longer nights. When you see them come home because they had made a great change in someone's life, Celebrate them. Celebrate with them. And when those days come that are very bad, take a moment to be there with them. Because they need you. They will need your support. They will need your counsel. But most importantly, they will need your love. You will find you will be that building block that holds them together, whether it's good or bad. Graduates, can I get you to stand for one moment? Can you look at the individuals that you know have supported you through this process? Let's applaud them. Thank you. You may be seated. And know, while you are serving our communities, keeping our neighborhoods safe, know that I am here for you, and know that I will have your back. In closing, I would like to read something I recently heard at an event where Presiding Justice Manuel Ramirez received a Lifetime Achievement Award. These are his words, and they are not mine. But in my opinion, no better words were ever said. My views of some of the qualities of a police officer and what I think John Q. Public expects are the following. You must be physically fit and fast as Carl Lewis, as strong as Arnold Schwarzenegger. You are expected to have the social consciousness of Mother Teresa and the diplomacy of Henry Kissinger. You are to have the wisdom of Solomon. At the same time, you must be as tough as a character portrayed by Clint Eastwood. Have the marksmanship of Anne Oakley. Possess the modern hand-to-hand combat skills of Bruce Lee. You are to be a social worker in a patrol car, a psychologist with a gun, and a lawyer with the handcuffs. And finally, while your daily dealings with the most evil and corrupt of our society, you are also to expect them and maintain the highest standards of integrity and honesty, as Jesus enjoined on his disciples. You are to be as wise as serpents, but as innocent as doves. Thank you for allowing me to be here with you today, and congratulations.
Thank you, Supervisor Armendariz. And now Corporal Peraza will share with you some of the accomplishments of Class 230.
Thank you, Captain. Good evening. Our training center recognizes the importance of balancing family, career, and community and law enforcement's lives. While attending the academy, the trainees were encouraged to become actively involved in the communities that they were about to serve. In the past 6 months, Class 230 participated in numerous community and charity events. Class 230 participated in the first annual 5K at the runway hosted by the Ontario International Airport, where they raised and donated $3,942 for the Bob Hope United Service Organization. Class 230 participated in Detective Jeremiah McKay Memorial 5K Run, where they raised and donated $2,090 for concerns of police survivors. Class 230 also participated in the Run for Russ Memorial 5K, where they raised and donated $1,825 to help the youth in the community of Chino. Class 230 partnered with the Sheriff's Athletic Federation and collected stuffed animals for the Children's Assessment Center to be given to children that have been victimized. The class came together and raised $5,000 for police officer Brandy Jones from the Rialto Police Department to assist with her medical expenses. Officer Jones is a recent graduate of Class 226. Finally, the class organized a charity cornhole tournament to raise money for their chosen nonprofit organization, Rewritten. Rewritten believes that no young person should have to grow up without a father and carry the burden of his absence alone. They work to equip fatherless and undeserved youth with the tools needed to become thriving adults by offering personalized programming. Here are Officer Crystal Rios, Detective Jennifer Lopez, and Officer Isaiah Franco to present a check in the amount of $22,000 to Frank Perez, the founder CEO of Rewritten, and some of the youth the donation will benefit.
Wow. I just have a couple of words, but thank you to the class 230. Special thank you to Crystal Rios and Jennifer Lopez and everyone else for spearheading these fundraising efforts. Your advocacy has been incredible. I recently read that the breakdown of the family is the biggest contributing factor to so many of the social problems we are facing every day. And the number one reason for that breakdown is the absent fathers. We don't have to look very far to see this reality. Fatherlessness is an aggressive and merciless cancer, and when you have felt the sting of fatherlessness, like myself, and I'm sure so many others in this room, you apply the remedy with a greater sense of urgency. Here's the thing, the problems we are facing as a society because of fatherlessness are not just going to go away. We have to do something about it. Thank you, Class 230 for doing something about it. Yes, it's true that these funds will go towards mentoring sessions, academic support, and scholarships for young people carrying the burden of an absent father. But more than that, they will provide freedom from a broken past and hope for a real future. At Rewritten, we believe no young man or woman should have to carry the burden of an absent father alone. Thank you for believing this with us. God bless you and congratulations.
Thank you, Mr. Perez. Before moving on to the awards, I wanted to take a moment to recognize the exceptional performance of Class 230. This class of 72 graduates were able to come together as a team, unite for the better good of their communities, and raise a substantial amount of money for charity. You should all be very proud of yourselves. Over the course of the past 24 weeks, Class 230 raised nearly $35,000 for charity. While all the graduates deserve recognition, a few of the trainees have distinguished themselves through exceptional performance and will receive special achievement awards. Recognizing the difficulty of our academic program, the first achievement award is presented to the student whose academic average was the highest in the class. This trainee's total academic average was 94.63%. The award is presented to Deputy Eric Burney, San Bernardino County Sheriff's Department. And I'd like to say, ladies and gentlemen, there is going to be a second recipient to the same award, same 94.63%. Second recipient, the award goes to Deputy Michael Marinkovich, San Bernardino County Sheriff's Department. The next award is the Tactical Officer Award. This award is presented by the tactical staff to the trainee that put forth the greatest amount of effort and reflected the highest degree of commitment. This award is based on perseverance and motivation. The award is presented to Officer Daniel Moharo, Upland Police Department. The next award is a Physical Fitness Award. This award is given to the trainee who arrived at the academy physically prepared and excelled in physical training sessions as well as physical fitness assessment and testing. The award is presented to Deputy Kevin Correa, San Bernardino County Sheriff's Department. Our next award is given for outstanding proficiency in firearms training. Each trainee fired close to 3,000 rounds from their handgun, rifle, and shotgun. Many of the shooting exercises required target accuracy under strict time constraints. This trainee excelled in speed and accuracy during daily drills, shooting competition, and time exams. This graduate had the highest range scores in the class, achieving a perfect score of 100%. The award is presented to Deputy Cassidy Ranslam, San Bernardino County Sheriff's Department. The next award is a John M. Futch Community Law Enforcement Leader Scholarship, given by SEBA. This scholarship is in memory of John M. Futch, Jr., a retired police officer and educator who played a vital role in civic engagement, awareness, and advocacy. This trainee was chosen by the SEBA Scholarship Committee as a future leader who will probably represent Mr. Futch's legacy to community service. Here to present the award are Sheriff Shannon Dykes and SEBA President Grant Ward. The award is presented to Deputy Elizabeth Burgess, San Bernardino County Sheriff's Department. The next award, the honor graduate, is given to the trainee whose overall grades in all aspects of the academy program make them #1 in the class. While this trainee may not have been rated as a top achiever in all categories, their combined scores in academics, physical training, firearms, and scenario exercises make them #1 overall. The award is presented to Deputy Cassidy Ranslam, San Bernardino County Sheriff's Department. The honor graduate award includes a special presentation by Sheriff's Council. The Sheriff Council is comprised of community members dedicated to support our department, its members, its training, and our law enforcement mission. This presentation will be made by Mr. Mike Rademacher.
Wow. Ladies and gentlemen, graduating class of the Sheriff's Academy, I congratulate all of you. It is my honor to make this presentation this evening on behalf of the San Bernardino County Sheriff's Council. The Sheriff Council is a group of professional business and community leaders who come together to promote, serve, and sponsor the goals of the Sheriff's Department and law enforcement agencies in the county. They dedicate their time and resources to support the law enforcement mission. Throughout your career, there will be many instances when their support for your extended family and community will be extremely important to you. We are here to pledge the support and let you know that we're here to help you with your needs. On behalf of the San Bernardino County Sheriff's Council, it is my pleasure to present the gift of the new Ruger 357-38 Special Stainless Steel Revolver 2. Nobody told me who it is.
Cassidy Ransom, sir.
Huh?
Cassidy Ransom, sir.
Cassidy Ransom. Whoa! That's beautiful.
Thank you, Mr. Rademacher and Sheriff's Council. The final award is given to the president of the graduating class. This trainee is chosen by their classmates as representing the professional demeanor and characteristics necessary for a successful law enforcement career. The class president is also responsible for giving the student address. The award is presented to Officer Jose Maldonado, Riverside Police Department.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of Class 230, I'm extremely grateful for everyone who is here in attendance as well as those watching the live stream. Thank you for joining us on this special day as we celebrate our 24-week transition to becoming a new generation of law enforcement officers. I want to thank the San Bernardino County Sheriff's Department, Sheriff Dykes, the executive staff, and other law enforcement personnel, chiefs, and agencies for being here tonight as well. Throughout these last 24 weeks, we had countless hours of instruction given by tactical staff, EVOC staff, deputy district attorneys, and other instructors who aided in our transition. I also want to thank the range staff, Detective Wallen, Deputy Guzman, Deputy Lane, Deputy Acosta, Deputy Smith, who were out on the range with us during the cold wind and rain because, as the saying goes, if it ain't raining, we ain't training. We were broken down and molded by the tactical staff sitting behind me who gave their own blood, sweat, and tears so that we can be here in celebration today. They sacrificed their own precious time being away from their families so we can succeed in this academy. I want to thank my administrative officer, Deputy Cassidy Ransom, my guidon, Deputy Kevin Correa, and squad leaders, Deputy Sergio Garcia, Deputy Melissa Carrillo, Deputy Joshua Garcia, Officer Isaiah Franco, Officer Crystal Rios, Deputy Kyle Ward, and Deputy Mike Marinkovich for their hard work in assisting me by managing and delegating our everyday tasks. Together we did our absolute best to stay committed, ensure the success of our class, and we're always available for my sanity checks. I also want to take a moment to thank the Riverside Police Department, Chief Larry Gonzalez, Captain Payne, Lieutenant Meisenheimer, Sergeant Merrill, and the training staff, Lieutenant Chinchilla, Detective Uriarte, Officer Ramirez, and Officer Campbell, for giving me this once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to become a part of an amazing law enforcement agency. Lastly, I want to thank my friends and families, military colleagues, and chain of command, but especially my wife, Athena, who took on the role of a single mother of two energetic boys these last 6 months while I worked on a new career for a better future. It amazes me how she was able to balance her life, take our kids to school and practice, make my meals, and was constantly reminding me not to forget my mind before I left the door. She has supported me these last 11 years of my military service, which brought a 9-month deployment to Afghanistan early in our relationship. to my transition to my civilian life, then back into the military reserves, and now to this transition to a law enforcement career. Without your love and help, I wouldn't be able to stand where I am today because you support me in all of my dreams and ambitions at the sacrifice of yours. Our class welcomed 4 babies who were born from day 1 prior to the start of the academy to 2 months ago. Our class started with 86 trainees, and now there are 72 deputy sheriffs and police officers graduating tonight. As a class, we have run over 100 miles and endured a rigorous physical training regimen. We also started at the end of a treacherous summer heat and are completing our journey at the end of a cold, wet winter. Those sitting here on stage managed to go through a lot of pain and discomfort. We had to become mentally and physically resilient, adapting and overcoming any obstacle thrown our way, such as trips to the beach or the motivation bell, giving up weekends to paint our batons and completing memos on time. We especially felt bad for Squad 1, who always got their batons thrown by Officer Hines when they were inspected and found with microscopic imperfections. At first, we didn't belong at the academy, then became nobodies, until we finally found a name for ourselves: Class 230, protect all, fear none. We finally figured out how to operate as a team and how to move and sound as one. The day I got elected as class president, we were on the range when Deputy Guzman told us we needed to be our classroom pronto, and all of the members of my group at the time were left pondering and worried as to why we needed to go back to class. Rumors between us began, such as we might be doing some quick uniform changes or maybe a trip to the beach was afoot. As we sat in silence waiting to hear what our next instructions were going to be, we were told to take out a piece of paper and write down 3 names of who we wanted to become our class president. Our class is full of leaders, which made it a difficult choice for everyone. So when my name was called the first time, I sat there slightly confused and humbled. But the second and final round came, and of those 3, my name was called once again, and I sat there even more confused, humbled, yet filled with honor and gratitude to be the one who would represent our class in formations, charity runs, and ultimately give this speech in front of you today. Once again, my fellow classmates, I thank you all for giving me this chance to lead our new generation of law enforcement officers and for this grand opportunity to speak on your behalf. But I also want to apologize for the difficult times I had in the academy where I had to think and calculate time under stress, which later came to be known as multi-math. My leadership style was shaped from learning from my good leaders and learning what not to do from my bad leaders. I hope I met and exceeded your expectations by leading the class to the best of my ability in the good times and the bad times. Each and every one of you is a leader, and one leadership trait that I hope you all got out of me was unselfishness. Unselfishness is one of the Marine Corps leadership traits I was taught in boot camp, and one of the toughest ones to embody and manifest. It requires sacrificing your own wants and needs for others. Leaders are those who put others before themselves. They are the last ones to sleep and the first ones to wake up. They are the last to eat and the first to serve others. Unselfishness will demand of you to run towards chaos even though your mind is telling you not to. That is what we all signed up to do, to answer a special calling, to serve others, and to save lives. When I deployed overseas to a foreign country, we would say we were going to win over the people's hearts and minds. Now as I look through social media and the news outlets and see what is happening all over the country from the actions of a very small percentage of law enforcement officers, I truly believe our communities are hurt and misunderstood. Our role as a new generation of peace officers is to win over our community's hearts and minds. Although our time at the academy was adventurous and exciting, it was also filled with sad and unfortunate news, such as the Los Angeles County Sheriff's Department trainees who were involved in a horrible accident, and the 2 Riverside County Sheriff's deputies who lost their lives while serving their communities. To the 230th session, I have 4 last pieces of advice to give you as your class president, and they are this. Never stay complacent, because complacency kills. Stay humble, and don't forget that you are still human underneath the uniform. We are public servants and problem solvers, so remember the oath we're about to take. And always, and I mean always, come home to your loved ones with a kiss and a hug after a shift's end. Thank you.
Corporal Peraza, prepare the class for graduation. It is now my pleasure to introduce Chief Marcelo Blanco from the Upland Police Department, who will administer the Code of Ethics.
"24 weeks ago today, you received your first class training, which addressed the basic principles of law enforcement. This includes the Law Enforcement Code of Ethics. As you are about to graduate, we ask that you dedicate yourself to these ideals that you're about to affirm. Ready? Class, begin.
As a law enforcement officer, my fundamental duty is to serve, to safeguard lives and property, to protect the innocent against deception, the weak against oppression or intimidation, and the peaceful against violence or disorder, and to respect the constitutional rights of all, to liberty, equality, and justice. I will keep my private life unsullied, as an example to all, maintain courageous calm in the face of danger, scorn, or ridicule, develop self-restraint, and be constantly mindful of the welfare of others, honest in thought and deed, in both my personal and official life. I will be exemplary in obeying the laws of the land and the regulations of my department. Whatever I see or hear of confidential nature, or that is confided to me in my official capacity, will be kept ever secret, unless revelation is necessary in the performance of my duty. I will never act officiously, or permit personal feelings, prejudices, animosities, or friendships to influence my decisions. With no compromise for crime, and with relentless prosecution of criminals, I will enforce the law courteously and appropriately, without fear or favor, malice or ill will, never employing unnecessary force or violence, and never accepting gratuities. I recognize the badge of my office as a symbol of public faith, and I accept it as a public trust to be held so long as I am true to the ethics of the police service. I will constantly strive to achieve these objectives and ideals, dedicating myself before God to my chosen profession, law enforcement.
Raise your right hand and repeat after me. I do solemnly swear.
I do solemnly swear
that I will be ever faithful.
That I will be ever faithful
to the precepts embodied.
To the precepts embodied
in the Law Enforcement Code of Ethics.
In the Law Enforcement Code of Ethics.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations. Good job, Class 230.
Thank you, Chief Blanco. I will now turn the program over to Deputy Ariel Curtis, who will present the graduates.
Good evening. Before we get started, I'd like to ask the members who will be assisting with the presentations to make their way to the left side of the stage, and when your name is called, please come up on the stage. Thank you. It is now my honor to introduce the graduates of Class 230. Our first graduate is a member of the Baldwin Park Police Department, and Police Chief Robert Lopez will make the presentations. Officer Martin Martinez, Jr. Our next graduate is a member of the Beaumont Police Department, and Police Chief Sean Taez will make the presentation. This graduate was the leader of Squad 5 and the class charity coordinator. Officer Crystal Rios. Our next graduate is a member of the California Department of Insurance, and Deputy Commissioner George Mueller will make the presentation. Senior Investigator Roger Planas from the San Bernardino County District Attorney's Office is the father of the next graduate and will assist with the presentation. Detective Jennifer Lopez. Our next graduates are members of the California State University San Bernardino Police Department, and Interim Police Chief John Gutierrez will make the presentation. Officer Rodel Garcia Reynoso. Officer Victor Rodriguez. Our next graduate is a member of the Claremont Police Department, and Police Chief Aaron Fate will make the presentations. Officer Jesus Limon. Our next graduates are members of the Corona Police Department, and Police Chief Robert Newman will make the presentations. Deputy Trevor Burney from the Orange County Sheriff's Department is the brother of the next graduate and will assist in the presentation. Officer Colin Burney. Officer Christian Franco from the Riverside Police Department is the father of the next graduate and will assist in the presentation. This graduate was the leader of Squad 4 and the class treasurer. Officer Isaiah Franco. Our next graduate is a member of the Monrovia Police Department, and Captain Heather Harvey will make the presentations. Officer Ashley Gonzalez. Our next graduate is a member of the Ridgecrest Police Department, and Captain Just Dampier will make the presentations. Sergeant Ryan Marone from the Ridgecrest Police Department is the cousin of the next graduate and will assist with the presentation. Officer Andrew Solorzano. Our next graduates are members of the Riverside Police Department, and Police Chief Larry Gonzalez will make the presentations. Officer Adriana Barragan Ramirez. Officer Sean Ian. The next graduate was the class sergeant, Officer Jose Maldonado. Our next graduates are members of the San Bernardino Police Department, and Police Chief Darren Goodman will make the presentations. Officer Marisol Bravo. Officer Jose Marchin. Officer George Silva Cruz. Our next graduate is a member of the Upland Police Department, and Police Chief Marcelo Blanco will make the presentation. Officer Daniel Maharo. Our next graduates are members of the San Bernardino County Sheriff's Department, and Sheriff Shannon Dykes will make the presentations. Deputy Christopher Aguero. Deputy Andrew Ollis from the San Bernardino County Sheriff's Department is the cousin of the next graduate and will assist with the presentation. Deputy Eric Alas. Deputy David Aravalo. Deputy Jesse Arias. Officer Ismael Bermudez from the San Diego Police Department is the brother of the next graduate and will assist in the presentation. Deputy Oscar Bermudez. Deputy Eric Burney. Deputy Jonathan Bradley. Firefighter Peter Burgess from the Barstow Federal Fire Department is the brother of the next graduate and will assist in the presentation. Deputy Elizabeth Burgess. Retired Chief of Police Daniel Kairos from the Vernon Police Department is the uncle of the next graduate and will assist in the presentation. Deputy Jason Kairos. Deputy Sidney Carrasco. Robbery Homicide Detective 3, Frank Carrillo from the Los Angeles Police Department is the father of the next graduate and will assist with the presentation. This graduate was the leader of Squad 2. Deputy Melissa Carrillo. Deputy Jesse Guzman from the San Bernardino County Sheriff's Department is the uncle of the next graduate and will assist with the presentation. Deputy Nathan Castanon. Deputy Andrew Centeno. Deputy Christina Cervantes. Deputy Brian Chavez. Paramedic Jason Correa from the San Bernardino County Fire Department is the brother of the next graduate and will assist in the presentation. This graduate was the class guidon bearer. Deputy Kevin Correa. Firefighter Joshua David from the Moringa Fire District is the brother of the next graduate and will assist in the presentation. Deputy James David. Correctional Deputy Valerie Garcia from the Riverside County Sheriff's Department is the sister of the next graduate and will assist with the presentation. Deputy Christina Garcia. Officer Natalie Garcia from the Santa Ana Police Department is a sister of the next graduate and will assist with the presentation. This graduate was the leader of Squad 3, Deputy Joshua Garcia. Officer Hector Victorio from the San Bernardino Police Department is the cousin of the next graduate and will assist with the presentation. This graduate was the leader of Squad 1, Deputy Sergio Garcia. Detective Tina Rios from the Los Angeles Police Department is the aunt to the next graduate and will assist with the presentation. Deputy Mario Gonzalez. Deputy Jose Hernandez Cadena. Deputy Joel Inklin. Deputy Stephen Jaquez. This next graduate was a Class K-9 handler, Deputy Andrew Hodegi. Deputy Ernie Hodegi. Field Law Enforcement Ranger Jose Ciceres from the Bureau of Land Management is the brother-in-law of the next graduate and will assist with the presentation. Deputy Daniel Jimenez Magana. Deputy Wilbert Lara. Deputy Jose Lopez. The next graduate was the leader of Squad 7, Deputy Michael Marinkovich. Deputy Robert Montoya. Deputy Julio Monzon. Deputy Romay Naharo. Deputy Efren Navarro. Deputy Alec Nguyen. Deputy Sean Owens. Deputy Varun Patel. Detective Richard Patton from the Los Angeles County Sheriff's Department is the father of the next graduate and will assist in the presentation. Deputy Brett Patton. Deputy Brian Perez Gaona. Deputy Manuel Perez Zavala. Deputy Thi Po. Deputy Vanessa Romero from the San Bernardino County Sheriff's Department is the girlfriend of the next graduate and will assist in the presentation. Deputy Kevin Playtez. The next graduate was the administrating officer, Deputy Cassidy Ransom. Associate Warden Steve Rivera from the California Department of Corrections and Rehabilitation is the uncle of the next graduate and will assist with the presentation. Deputy Eric Rivera. Deputy Aurel Rondon. Deputy Cannon Rummel. Deputy Osvaldo Sandoval. Deputy Isaac Seeger. Lieutenant Frank Browning from the Palm Springs Police Department is the brother of the next graduate and will assist with the presentation. Deputy Matthew Sinai. Retired Officer Patricia Prince from the Bridgeview Police Department is the mother-in-law of the next graduate and will assist with the presentation. Deputy Matthew Urquhart. Deputy Mark Valencia. Deputy Gabriel Villalba. Deputy Abel Vital. Detective Sean Thurman from the San Bernardino County Sheriff's Department is the brother of the next graduate and will assist with the presentation. Deputy Kyle Ward. Deputy Minko Ryan Yanez.
Ladies and gentlemen, we ask that you remain seated as the graduates prepare for their final formation and dismissal. Following their dismissal, we ask that you meet your graduates outside. This will conclude our ceremony. Thank you for your attendance and have a great evening.
This is your badge. It was lifeless, made of metal. A die has stamped it from Rostock, shaped it in traditional design, and inscribed the word police. It has been plated and polished, sold for profit. Now it is yours. It is a symbol of Americanism. It is law, order, justice, and freedom. It is the Bill of Rights, the Constitution, e pluribus unum, the Pledge of Allegiance. The badge lives. It is a courageous defender. Brave, noble, wise, and strong. It laughs and cries. Knows fear and tragedy. It represents fairness, honesty, dependability. Possession of it transforms you from citizen to sentinel, guardian of the safety and welfare of others. Display it with dignity, wear it with pride. Stand tall behind it, defend its principles, emulate the qualities it represents. Treasure it, polish it, keep it gleaming. The reflection of the badge is one of hope, peace, and security. Respect your badge, and others will too.